All right, we're back again. We're just doing a short video because we've been working on the song In Trouble Again on piano. And this is our original, right, hon? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, this is just for us, and put it out there and whatever. Throw it to the wall and see what sticks. All right. Da 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 da. In trouble again. God help me, I'm in trouble again. In trouble again. Oh, tell me now, what did I do? No use pretending this love is ending, 'cause I'm in trouble again. Trouble with you. Right. In trouble again. Don't believe it, I'm in trouble again. In trouble again. Oh, now what the fuck did I do? Whatever. Oh, but we're far from blue? There'd be no trouble without my double. I'm in trouble again. But far from blue. Some may say that all this drama's killing me. Every day's another can of worms. Now where are we? Best believe we take this drama willingly. As long as we got love, boy, another crazy lesson. Oh, trouble, oh shit, trouble again. Help me, I am in trouble again. Trouble again, it's the only way. But we never sweat it. Nice work if you can get it, 'cause we're in trouble again. That's good enough. No, I want to get that end part. Trouble again. Oh yeah. Trouble again. Oh, trouble again. Dun, 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 dun. That's it. Trouble again. Dun, 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 dun. Trouble again. Hot cha mama. TROUBLE. I love her and she loves me with just as happy as two can be good. Lord, what in the key do you think the Lord is? Good Lord, Lord E. Lord, we're never both in trouble again. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that was our first full run on piano of In Trouble Again. So this is the tape that we keep for posterity, correct, Mundo? Yeah. We keep this tape for posterity because we will be needing to. This is a good way for me to learn it. To hear those piano notes. You know, this is a song we wrote and composed completely a cappella. And there's a million key changes. And I was saying it starts in all major keys and it ends in all black keys, minor keys. And then goes back to the major for the grand finale. And it's very, for me, this is an involved piece. For John, who used to be Mozart, hey, listen, remember, we're twin souls, right? Yeah, that's what they tell me. So that's it. So what do you think? Are we skippy for now? Yes, we're totally fine. That's enough work today up and at this, and I'd say let's get back to the boudoir. Yeah, the boudoir. Again, the mushrooms helped last night, John. I was really having high anxiety. Yesterday was a very high anxiety day for me, and I felt like my jaw was affected, like everything was affected. And I realized too that my mouth and jaw pain is not really entirely because of my teeth. It's because of I grind my teeth in anxiety. I have a lot of pain in my jaw and ears because of the anxiety, and what it's doing to me physically is wearing me down. So that it radiates down my shoulder into my spine and exacerbates whatever injuries are already there. The anxiety is probably the thing that's going to do the worst number on me in the long run if I don't get it under control. Because with everything else that I'm fighting for and with, it's like that is the great crippler in a lot of ways. Yes. Very good. Good to acknowledge and to realize again that I can't say it enough. It's not your fault. Well, someone told me that a long time ago. I met a guy at a spiritual retreat when I first started doing tarot cards, and I didn't ask him for a reading, but he was just walking by and he asked me for a reading, and then it turned out he was like a psychic, like a guru guy, and he said, "I want you to know, you have an amazing path ahead of you," and he knew about John. He knew about my connection with John. And he said, you've had an amazing path behind you, and you have an amazing path ahead of you that you can't even begin to fathom what it's going to be like. But it's going to be amazing. And as far as what is behind you, I can see that it's been very difficult. You've had a very, very tragic and traumatic past. But I want you to know it's not your fault. I didn't know this guy, and he just like, and I thought, well, what could he be referring to? What could he be talking about even? What's not my fault that. And that's all he said. So at what point does it become one's fault, their lot in life? At what point does it become their responsibility for why they are at where they're at? It becomes not their fault, but it becomes a blessing when you ask yourself such questions. And to realize that the answer to those types of questions matter to you. That you are a person with conscience and a person who is seeking a better path. And that man saw that in you, that you were a seeker, that you were a different type. And he was referring pretty directly to your upbringing, if you're not sure by now. My upbringing, well, your treatment, and your treatment into adulthood by your parents and others. None of it was your fault. You didn't earn it. You didn't deserve it. It could go right down to the clubs you worked in, every the jobs you worked at, everything, every relationship you had that didn't meet up to your expectations. You always gave it 100% with love in your heart, unselfishly. And that's what he saw. And he was trying to, Frank, yes, his name was Frank. He was trying to, what? Lighten your burden so that you stop blaming yourself and move forward. with me. And yeah, your foot is bothering you. It is. It's killing me. It's part of the sciatic nerve in that foot. Oh, it's absolutely killing me. It's sitting in this chair. I hate this fucking chair. That's all right, huh? You know, I would sit up longer, but the nerve in my leg is just on fire. You're in trouble again. I know. So what do you want to do today? Well, we have Christopher C over there, but he's gonna put the fresh paint on that whenever he gets around to that. No rush. We want to do grommets on the L. All right. Well, there's John's J. If anyone needs to take another look at that beauty. Oh, it's just amazing. But we are going to add grommets to that as well. Yeah. Not a lot. Just around the shells. We have different. They'll complement those beautifully too. That they'll really brighten that piece up. But it is gorgeous, and I worked very hard on that. I remember, John, you were so overwhelmed and touched when I made that for you, many years ago. And you see the little, he especially loved those little hematite masks that are at the top of the J on either side. They're little faces made of hematite chromium steel. I ordered those special for that. And then it's like the twin flame. It also captures the ocean and our life in not Nepotonia, what the fuck? Atlantis? What are you calling me? Nebudonia? Nebudonia. Nebudonia is the mother god. I guess all the daughters have some of mom in her, right? Oh, very much so. Yeah, we're just enjoying looking at the piano. It looks great. Scrying mirror's got a new stand. Sits a little lower. I don't mind that because that scrying mirror is very delicate. I have a good mind to tape the back of it somehow too. Somewhat. That comes to mind. I think it's probably a good idea. No, the next time up. All right. It's such a fine ceramic, sharp corners. It's very well made, and it's like from Ireland or something. But it's a beautiful piece of work. I would really hate for anything to happen to it. At whatever point we're going to need to take these old lights down, these white lights strings that are hanging here. They're an eyesore, and I don't know, pardon moi, would no longer trust them anyway. I'd get them down. Let's see what else. Anything else to work on over here? Stretch your toes. I'm stretching them. Hey, George, I see you peeking out there. Hey. Good job, that. Yeah, what, the piano? Yeah. Oh, the decorating of it? Yeah. Lucy in the Sky went mad on the piano. Yeah. I'll do more to this, too. I always think when I get up, I'm going to do more, but it just becomes, get your work done and work on this piano. I am glad I didn't give up when I was about a half an hour ago. It's hard today, though. I should stop saying that over and over. Well, it's all right. You can say it. It is hard. Go ahead. What are you saying about you at the piano? I was the same. I had to force myself, and I was able-bodied. Force myself. You just have to keep reminding yourself. This is This is what I do. I can do this. And it's important. It's what God wants us to do. So later we're gonna play. Maybe later we'll do guitar. We'll see. And those are all the cardinals. Aren't they beautiful? The cardinals up on the wall. Those birds are in honor of my friend Hiram Blanche when he passed away. That was the sign. He always sent me a cardinal. Every time I was thinking about him, a cardinal would appear. One time, the year anniversary of him crossing over, I was driving home I was swimming. No, I wasn't swimming yet then. I was coming home from somewhere. Probably a doctor appointment, I don't remember, but a cardinal fell out of the sky in front of my car. I don't know what happened to it. There was nobody really on the street, anything. And it was like laying there on the sidewalk. And I stopped the car and I got out. And it was just dying. It passed away while I was kneeling by it. And then a young couple, and I was just sitting there by it like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. This cardinal is dead. Just fell, like, not even out of a tree. It like fell out of the sky. It was the weirdest thing. And it hit the ground. And this couple pulled up. They saw me and they were like, is everything all right? And they were like, and then the girl said, oh my God, did you hit him? And I said, no, he just fell out of the sky. And she was like, that's crazy. I said, I know. It's really crazy. And that was the year anniversary that he crossed over. And then after that, it was always cardinals. I've seen them and found feathers, and Chris has found feathers, and ever since. And it always happens to be an anniversary of mine and Hiram's, or a visit, because he visits plenty and he's here right now. Also of note, Ryan Adams' band is the Cardinals, our star son Ryan Adams, and he is now on a reunion tour with the Cardinals. He's currently doing London and Europe with the Cardinals, back together with them, of course, with the exception of Neal Casal, the wonderful guitarist Neal Casal, who took his own life a couple of short years ago. And Neal will do a quick one for you because you're asking for it. Neal Casal. He wants me to do Dear John, which is the Ryan Adams song. Also performed with Nora Jones. This is a song that I used to do like with my one hand tied behind my back, and I don't remember it, right? So Neal Casal is reminding me to get back on the bandwagon, especially with that song. It is a beautiful song, and I'll practice it before I go back into back in the sack later. I promise. All right, we'll do that for Neal Casal, but we'll spare the viewer. All right, because that's one I would like to really come back and do well. Great idea. Ready to go? Yeah. Praise be God and Mother. Do a little more practicing. And I love you, John. I love you too.